Hey everybody, it is Panda. Today is day 14, the official end of week 2. Um, I think I'm getting a cold. Uh, I had an EFT workshop yesterday. Had some things come up that, I really hadn't thought about in a long time. Um, and didn't realize that I actually felt guilty about them. We are in this workshop that I've done the last 2 Saturdays, we're actually working on improving our vision, trying to clear emotional blockages that can cloud your vision. And today, or yesterday, we actually the first thing that we tapped on was guilt. And, I feel like clearing all these old emotional issues are a huge part in anybody's weight loss journey because if you're still holding on to these things, it can be very difficult for you to lose weight. It can really affect that. And it can affect everything. Actually, I think that's why I'm getting a cold, because all these other old issues are being brought up again. But I feel like I need to talk about it. The one that really came up for me, my freshman year of college, my roommate actually attempted suicide. And, and that was 10 years ago. I mean, it was in 2003. It was right after spring break, right after we got back from spring break, actually, because she had cheated on her boyfriend. So when we got back, I knew she was upset, so I left, went, hung out, studied with my other friends. Actually, when I got back to the room that night, there were people waiting for me outside my door and told me what happened. So, I mean, immediately I went to the hospital. And, our friends from down the hall were there. I was there for a while. They told me, look, you need to go get some rest. I don't think I slept for days. I stayed at the hospital. I stayed at the ICU. Even when she wasn't allowed to have visitors, I was sitting in the waiting room until the next visitation hour. I was the one who had to notify her boyfriend of what happened. I talked to her parents. I basically dealt with everything. And I never realized that I actually felt guilty about leaving her in the room alone. Because if I wouldn't have done that, maybe this wouldn't have happened. And, I never realized that I felt guilty about that. And there's actually a lot of anger that comes up with it too, because, later after that, obviously she left school. She didn't return to school. She told me that it was my fault that she did that. Because I became better friends with the girls on the hall than she was, and she met them first. So somehow it all ended up. She claimed that it was all my fault. Up here, I know none of that's my fault. Down here is where I'm dealing with it, because somewhere deep down, I still feel like it's my fault. Up here, I know it's not. I have to work on down here now. And that was a really hard situation to deal with, and I think eventually I just stopped dealing with it and just pushed it down. Well, it came back up with a vengeance yesterday. And I actually haven't told anyone about that in a long time. And after she left school, I think I maybe stayed in contact with her for a couple of months until, I found out, hey, it's all my fault that she did that. And I haven't spoken to her since. I don't even know where she is. No idea. But, that was a situation that nobody should have to ever deal with. It was very hard. and all those hours that I spent in the hospital. So she wouldn't be alone because her mom refused to leave. Her mom was somewhere with her younger brother because it was his spring break, so she didn't want to ruin his spring break. Her dad did come down eventually, but I did not get a single thank you for anything that I did for her. Nothing. Obviously, I'm still working through this because I'm about to cry, but I just feel like I have to get it out. So, that's what I've been working on, rather than doing DDP yoga this weekend. I took 2 rest days and I've been working on this stuff, which really doesn't make them rest days because this is hard stuff to deal with. So, that's all I've got for you guys today. I'm still working on these issues. It's going to be a long process, but back to the DDP yoga tomorrow. Week 3, here I come. Watch out.